Right, what's up, ASFX TV? Happy Wednesday. Welcome. So, Fed Day, FOMC Day. Obviously, first time we could see rate cuts in the next, since 2 years or so. So, very choppy market conditions at the moment. So, we're going to get right into it in a moment. For those watching on YouTube and Twitter, welcome as well. We've got a little bit of a giveaway, which we are going to do live on stream. I do have a couple of topics to speak about, but keeping it very tight this morning. I'm not in any trades at the moment. I'm going to be focused I'm probably sitting on my hands. But we'll get right into it, see what I am going to think about, different market conditions, and chat about a few things as well. Welcome. Let's see who is live here on ASFX TV as we speak at the moment. Let's just see for the guys in the chat. Okay, cool. What's up, Rachel, Henry? Yep, Eric, Scott. Henry's asking, sorry to ask, I know you must have done this already, but please can you show us more time how you put in the electronic hours? Okay, cool. I don't trade futures, so I won't be able to do the electronic hours, but I'm trading, I've got the CFD contracts up, yeah? But essentially how you do it, so let's build this up here like this. Essentially how you do this, right, is you would go in the bottom right over here and select electronic hours or regular trading hours. But yeah, so I know a couple of guys are here in the live on the various platforms. So let's speak about the giveaway, right? So we got a giveaway for next week, Wednesday. I will be having Tim Kirk on stream with me. But then the giveaway, let's share this. And I'm going to share this on Twitter and socials today as well. But next week, Wednesday, we're going to have a giveaway on stream. Let's get right into it, right? We're going to have, you're going to be able to win one coaching call with me, and then also a month free of ASFX TV. To qualify, you have to be on the ASFX TV stream. It's not going to be streamed here on Twitter. It's only going to be streamed on ASFX TV. For those watching on Twitter and YouTube today, the link is in my bio to join ASFX TV, right? You can get a 7-day free trial. So you're going to get one coaching call with me and a month free of ASFX TV, right? So free giveaway on stream next week. Okay. So now that we've done that, we'll make sure to go over that too. But that is essentially what we're going to be doing, right? Next week on stream. So make sure you are there. And yeah, Vic, what's up? Well done, Vic. I must shout Vic out. I want to get Vic on stream soon, but after this, I must give Vic a little bit of a shout out here. Vic worked with us in the mentorship, Black Show Club mentorship, right? And it's great to see Vic actually shared another certificate with me yesterday. He actually passed another MyFund@FX one after we had actually spoken about him doing it over here, right? Just got the one-step max shown. So he got in July, he passed now in September. So July, August, September. Took you 2 months, right, Vic? 2 months to pass. Is that correct, Vic? But 200K account with MyFund@FX, that one-step max that I've been preaching guys to take with the CFDs. But yeah, really good stuff, Vic. Very proud of you. Yeah, so yeah, 100%. Okay, cool. So, and Vic, you actually also did pass another FTMO account. I mean, getting pouts there. So we're going to get you on stream soon. Like, very well done. I've got a couple more topics to speak about. So everyone cool with the giveaway. You have to be on ASFX TV stream next week to qualify for it, to coaching call with me, and a month free of ASFX TV, right? So a month free of ASFX TV. Perfect. Let me know how long that actually took you to get past, Vic. But perfect. Okay, so next week giveaway. I want to speak about different training conditions, right? And I was speaking about this with one of the guys in our Black Show Club mentorship program over here this afternoon. And this is This is Mark, right? So Mark was asking me, I was giving him some feedback on his trades that he was taking, and I was basically saying about and I've been preaching this, attacking when we need to and sitting on our hands when we don't. For example, today's a Fed day, playing more defensive compared to a more attacking day on maybe some other days. So Mark's here was asking me, how do we look at that, right? So if I pull up the charts here, and I showed him here, right? This is a choppier day. This was yesterday. Look how we're moving up. This is with extended hours on, Henry. With extended hours on here, look how we're holding above intraday view app, breaking previous day's highs, making high lows heading into the open, right? So the open here is at 3:30 p.m. South African time. Remember, I've got this in South African time. It's just easier for me. And then we get the sell-off only later on in the day. But there's some nice long opportunities. I made money. If you haven't watched it before, if you go look at my Twitter, I did post a video about my lessons from yesterday and the trades that I took with my daily report card from TradeZella. Looking at the longs, right, I took longs on the NASDAQ. This is obviously SPX. But look at this training day, above previous day's highs, above intraday VWAP, trending nicely to the high side compared to this day here today. Look how we're back and forth, right? And I was explaining to the guys in our mentorship this afternoon that not every single day is created equal. Everyone wants to come and make $200, $200, $200. It doesn't work like that. Some days are going to be, you're going to make more and need to attack, and some days you're going to have to lay off, like today. And I actually shared a video by Lance Bronstein. He speaks about in this video about exponential bet sizing, betting big on your best setups. So I'll put this in the chat here on ASFX TV. For the guys on Twitter, go check it out. It is this over here, The Biggest Secret to Profitable Trading by SMB Capital. For those that don't know SMB Capital, you're living underneath a rock, right? So again, let's come to the charts here from today. S&P, right? As you can see yesterday, trading above previous day's highs, making high lows, all pre-market. And then we get a nice move down back to daily VWAP and a move high. You can play the longs, right? Very, very much a training day. Compared to today, very, very choppy. Why would you be looking to get involved in these moves here? Sitting flat is where I'd rather be. So Vic says he failed one, then passed the other. Okay, nice. And how long did it take you to actually pass the one that you did pass, Vic? But very good job, bro. It's great to see guys that come in and actually start to make money that have been working with us, right? Cool. So let's just chat about things here today as well. So Fed days. I mean, a pretty interesting thing. Pax actually shared this thing over here. Let me bring it up. Pax. So for those that don't know Pax on Twitter, go give him a follow too. But let's just see this load here. So Pax actually tweeted this. Right. If you have a look at Pax said, "I've never had." Right. Let's do this. Sorry, that's exposing my email. I don't get emails and everything like that. Let's do it like this. Paste and go. There we go. Okay. So Tax says, I've never had my best day on a Fed day. I've had my worst trading day I've had my worst trading day in the rate change on 3rd of Jan 2001 when Greenspan did a surprise 50 basis points rate cut on the first trading day of the year. I lost $1.5 million of my own money in 5 minutes, money I never dreamed of having 3 to 4 years previous. I can tell you that a couple of years later, the NQ rallied 26% in 5 minutes, biggest rally in history. I was short 28 big NQ. Since then, I've avoided days like today. Let the decision and the VP process settle into price action. Don't gamble with your money. If it isn't clear, manageable or easy, I don't want it. Live to fight another day. I mean, he lost $1.5 million of his own money. It's insane. So amazing to see that he's still here after these many years. So days like today where you can see, okay, look how we're chopping back and forth. And I know Pax uses VWAP, one of my all-time favorites. Crudeli uses VWAP, chopping back and forth below and above intraday VWAP compared to yesterday where we're taking our yesterday's highs and trading up or holding one side of VWAP all day. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the chat on ASFX TV. Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. Henry says, do you trade off Asian range low high breaks, or do you look at that anymore? Do you trade Austin's into the break of opening range low high? I do have a look at opening range, Asian range high and low, but mostly I'm looking at initial balance high and low and opening range high and low. That is the two levels that I kind of am looking at. And then, of course, I'm looking at price levels and my trend indicators, the VWAP, right? So that's what I am looking at personally. X got some currency pairs. Let's bring up some currency pairs. I wouldn't be surprised to see. Okay, GU actually taking off a little bit to the high side. This is the 5-minute chart. GU taking off to the high side a little bit. Yeah. Very, very, very explosive moves. I mean, GU is up. Must have been some pound news. 90 pips today. There must have been some pound news here this morning. So it's going to mean there must have been some pound news there. So, yep. GBP CPI news this morning. Not surprising. Not surprising. X and some NJ shorts. Let's have a look at that. Let's bring that up here on stream. Are you going over Bookmap in the section? Nick, I don't trade using Bookmap, brother. Yeah, I trade very much based off VWAPs and a lot of discretion. My entries off opening range, high and low, and initial balance, high and low. So no, I'm not going over Bookmap. I think the guys are in the live chat in the Black Shirt Club. There we go. Randy's going over the Bookmap session over here in our mentorship over here. So if you want to go over that, go check that out. I would understand if you want to listen to me. But no, I don't use Bookmap. But there, Randy's busy going over Bookmap at the moment there. Okay. So go check that out. There's always something happening on ASFX, that's for sure. Okay, cool. So we've gone on over that. I have a few other discussions, topics that I do want to cover on today. What do you mean by opening balance? So opening range, initial balance. So initial balance is the first hour. Opening range is the first 15 minutes, right? And those two levels form what I am looking at, right? So, okay, now so let's just go over those NJ shorts. Is this on the daily time frame, 15-minute time frame? Interesting. Off these levels here. This is interesting because the yen pairs have been obviously ripping all year. What's actually GJ sitting on at the moment? 187. I know we were up to like 208 at one stage on this. Let's go over here. If you go back on the longer time frame, we were up to almost 208. I'm pretty sure, yeah, all-time highs, 208 to the yen, GJ to the yen, right? So yen's been taking a little bit of a beating, but coming down a little bit recently. Interesting. Okay, nice. Cool. I like how you see things, bro. I definitely think for currencies, I obviously don't trade currencies really much anymore. I do have a look at some swing positions on my personal accounts, but mostly I'm looking at I'm mostly trading, the indexes from an intraday perspective, and then I do hold, in my stock portfolio, long-term positions on some stocks, right? So hopefully we can see some movement to the high side on that. So very, very, kind of gone away from the currencies in essence. But I would be looking at it, I do look at some swing positions from time to time on them as well. Let's have a look here. You can. These are my favorite currencies to trade at that point in time. GU, GJ, GCAD, EU, EJ, ECAD. Remember, always just to look at those, bro. It's crazy how much has changed in 3 months. Let's have a look at pound pairs, obviously gaining some strength to the high side, but very, very choppy right now on it before the Fed. So let's see. As you can see, getting a little bit of momentum here to the high side. My plan today is to wait until the print and then look to trade from there. But this comes on to my second topic that I did want to cover on today. You good with that, Henry? The initial balance and opening range. So this comes on to my second topic today, or that I did want to speak about, was comparison, right? So I was working with a trader, was on a call last night, and they were saying, man, they need to get some accounts passed, and they're comparing themselves to others, which is obviously always a very bad and slippery slope. So why is that obviously a bad and slippery slope? Is simple. It's because no matter how well you're doing or how, where you are, you're always going to want more, right? It's like, if you've ever seen that meme where there's a guy walking and then there's a guy riding a bicycle and he's saying, man, I wish I had a bike. And then the guy on the bike is looking at the guy in the car and he's like, man, I wish I had the car. And then the guy is looking at the guy with a supercar and he's like, oh, you're always going to want more, right? So comparison can force you to do some silly things sometimes. And I was explaining to him, dude, like, take it slow and steady, trade it slow and steady. And that's where where you need to be at in terms of, I just trade best when I'm doing that, and not rather than trying to full port anything. Good things take time, not to be cliche or anything, but good things do take time. And I did tweet about this, as you can see, I'm live on my Twitter at the moment, but I did tweet about this yesterday. I've been off the desk this September. I'm down 2.67K this month, right? So I'm down this month. I haven't had many trading days. I've been off. I've been on holiday. But August was obviously a brilliant month for me. I had one red day in August, so really, really solid month here. I think just take it one day at a time. No, don't compare yourself to anyone else. So we're getting a little bit of movement here to the high side on the Nasdaq. Not surprising at all. That we, I wouldn't expect extensions here. It is a Fed day, guys. So, can you make money on these days? Yes, of course you can. But for me, I think sitting on my hands at the moment is where I want to, where I do want to be at, right? So that is where I want to be at the moment. Anyone got any questions in the live that they want me to cover? Anything like that? You guys are all clued up with the giveaway, so I'll go over the giveaway again before the end of the stream. But those are kind of the topics that I wanted to cover today. On my live stream. It's not going to be a super long one today. We might just keep it at 30 minutes or so. I mean, it is a Fed day. I'm not going to look to actually be engaging, and really I'll rather wait until tomorrow, and then I've got streams Thursday and Friday as well. Right. So let me know if that does make sense. You guys are, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments here on Twitter. Anything like that. Anyone have any questions? When are you going on honeymoon? Yeah, that's a good question. We actually, Amanda and I, we did go on a little bit of a holiday. We've been on a few holidays. I think the actual honeymoon, well, we've got a baby on the way now. We'll probably do it in November, but we've been on a few good holidays. So I think the honeymoon's all good. Maybe going on a golf honeymoon trip. And are you drawing zones on there or just marking it off? So I got the indicator by Edgefill, and you can check it at Edgefill in my link in bio. I've got Edgefill's initial balance and opening range breakout. So as you can see, there's the initial balance. It plots it for me, brother. So here's the initial balance, high and low. Then if I want to turn on, opening range, high and low. And then if I want to turn on the initial balance, here's the initial balance, high and low as well. So if you come to indicators and then you come to invite only, that's where you can get it if you've got an Edgefill subscription. And the link is in my bio for Edgefill, right? Yeah, please always ask questions, guys. How has your guys' trading week been so far? James, what is the gray rectangle at the start of the day? That is the Asian range, high and low. So for those, I mean, I've been with Austin and ASFX for over December 2019. So coming up on 5 years now. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. December this year will be 5 years I've been working with Austin. First, just as a pure bought his courses, and now obviously working together with him. So yeah, we used to trade using the Asian range, right, on currency. So I just like to still have it there out of interest, but I mean, you can turn it off. You can turn it off if you would like. I mean, it's not really a big. It's just I'm used to having it there. So actually, I mean, you can turn it off. Yeah. I wonder if it actually comes up on my. It doesn't come up on the stocks. So let's just run through a little bit of stocks as well. I know for those that are looking at, I do love day trading NVIDIA and Tesla as well. I trade on my personal capital as well as prop firms, specifically FTMO offer stock trading. And I know a couple of guys in our Blackshirt Club mentorship do some stock trading as well with FTMO. Yeah, cool. With ES making a higher high low, would you think this is an exhaustion of selling and buyers stepping up, especially if this keeps and holds New York VUP and daily VUP? Yep. I definitely think, again, I like the long. So let's speak about maybe what I see after the Fed print this evening. I definitely think if they cut rates, we're going to see the S&P, start to soar. And stocks rally, of course. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a dip before some buying. You guys know that one of the reports that I do love with Edgefill is the previous day's range report. So this tells me if when we break out previous day's highs or lows, how often do we close as a bullish or bearish day? This is one of the reports with Edgefill. And as you can see, we're very, very far from taking our previous day's highs and previous day's lows. So for me, I am, that will trigger high time frame. I'm flat at the moment, right? Yeah, and we'll see. We got Power Hour on ASFX TV, so maybe we'll find some plays then on for Power Hour. That will be very, 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 very interesting. So that's going to be my focus right now at the moment. He says I'm down 8% and got 2% to go before losing my phase one account. Do you think I can still make it using these entries, or should I look into buying another account? What account do you have, Henry? What account do you have? You can obviously still make it. Let me put this out there. Trading. There's no holy grail to trading, right? The holy grail is managing risk. That is the the holy grail. You know, you're never going to win every single trade. So it doesn't matter if you find a strategy with a 90% win rate. If, you know, one loss or 10% of your losses wipe out all of your gains. The holy grail to trading is risk management. There's no holy grail entry, holy grail exit. It's finding trend and learning to take, learning to take trades in the direction of trend. That is the holy grail to trading is risk management, and then finding decent trending entries. If you've got the money to power other accounts, I like having different accounts that I turn on and off and manage risk that way. That's what I'll do. I'll have some accounts that I trade some days, some accounts that I trade other days. So I manage risk. If I take a losing day, I'm not down on all of my accounts, right? That's personally how I do it. What firm are you trading with at the moment? But yeah, there you go. X says, hey, Henry, I've been down 8.5% and I turned around to a payout. Just take your time, ignore the P&L, and just take it one trade at a time. Yep. One day at a time. Just focus on one day at a time. Cool. So yeah, there's some. If your risk management is solid, you can make money flipping a coin on dog shit futures. Yeah, there you go. Shaw Cunningham. Very true. You can, if your risk management is good and you know how to manage risk, you can literally flip a coin. I've actually read that. I've watched a few podcasts on some great traders that actually say you could probably making money flipping a coin on entries, but as long as you manage risk, that is the holy grail. Honestly, is managing risk. So there we go, Sean. That's Shaw Cunningham. That's a very good, well put statement. I do like that. Yeah. So I think for me right now, that's where stuff's gonna be is power hour today. So yeah. So we got, for those that don't know what Power Hour is, we do have Power Hour on AceFX TV, and this is what AceFX TV does look like. The link is in my bio for those joining now on socials. Right, so Power Hour here is what our AceFX TV web. We are doing a revamp to the website as well. But here's what AceFX TV looks like. As you can see, I'm live now, and then we do have Power Hour today at 9 p.m. South African time, so 3 p.m. Eastern time after the print. But this is what you can go, if you can't watch us live, you actually can go and rewatch the stuff. And there's lots and lots and lots of actual trading going on here, and some very, very good stuff to actually learn from. So yeah. But again, look here, we're still underneath daily VWAP. Why would you be looking for long positions here? I know we're off initial balance lows on that, but underneath daily VWAP, and look, we've been chopping. I've mentioned this. We've been chopping back and forth. Below and above daily VWAP today. So yeah, not something I am too interested in at the moment. We'll probably make money today flipping a coin better than the actual planning entries, because it's just pretty crap. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, okay, cool. And I did have a couple of tweets that I'd actually tweet about this past week as well. And that's just a fact. If you don't know how to take losses, you're not going to survive. Trading is not the game for you, right? If you take losses, right? If you take losses, then if you can't take losses, then trading is simply not the game for you, right? I do have next week, Thursday, Andre coming on stream, and we're going to go over a couple of stuff, new updates with Edgefill, everything like that. So be sure to be there as well, right? Be sure to be there as well. When the power hits, this is me, except he has a lot more hair, right? Leonardo DiCaprio. Right, yeah, it's classic. But this is the thing. Again, look, this tweet was quite popular recently. For funded accounts, here is a tip, particularly with CFD accounts I'm speaking about. Take a 1 to 2% payout per cycle and repeat. Don't look for Hail Marys. What do you think of that, Ak? You've got quite a few payouts this year. Ak's been doing quite well this year. Very big shout out to him, part of the AceFX team. something quite funny actually happened with my top one account. I trade all my accounts on a trade copier, right? But obviously the top one challenge, it's on Match Trader. And I was like, I placed a long on the DAX yesterday. I think I messed up the risk as well. But anyway, I placed a long on the DAX yesterday, and I was like, man, okay, like I was trading the Nasdaq to the high side. Obviously, this is just a fun competition. And then obviously we had a little bit of a pop, and I forgot to flip and close it. Like we literally had that pop over here, and I was like, I probably was up like maybe 2% of here, and then I obviously end up losing because it comes back down. I think my stop loss was lower. Anyway, I didn't check it because it was on Match Trade. It's not on the trade copier, so I ended up blowing that the fun competition account. So I might have to actually rejoin. But I think we had this nice pop. I think I was in here like over here. I was up like literally. I was up like that. I was up literally like 50 points, give or take. And then obviously I forgot to close because I'm managing my Nasdaq position that's on my trade copy, and then it just comes back down. So I was like, man, that's a bit of a shit one. It was a fun competition, but obviously it's quite crap. But anyway, Ek, what are your thoughts on that tweet that I mentioned about taking, once you've funded, you can take your time getting funded and, or be a little bit more aggressive. Maybe, look to pass the CFD accounts in 2 months or less. It's 8%, so 4%, and then, which is 1% a week. And then look to take payouts with your funded accounts. What are your thoughts on that? X says, yes, take the accounts and take the payouts. And if you're going to play the game, know how much percent you need to take out to break even. Yeah, agreed. Like how I've been doing it, and my philosophy on it is like, and I've spoken about this with, DY from Hydro Funding, who's been on a, obviously sponsor of the stream a few times. Go check out Hydro Funding in my link in bio. That I trade to get funded, right? Sometimes I'm aggressive on some accounts, I'm not on others, but I play more the slow and steady game. And then once I'm funded, I just get payouts. I look to pass CFD accounts, with the 8%, profit targets on the one-step phases in like a month to 2 months, right? And then I just look to take payouts. I just look to take payouts, as and when they come every single week with the CFD accounts on some of the these prop firms. Cool. So we have had some recent member success as well. I do want to share this. So let's go to the success stories. Yeah, now Black-Scholes Club mentorship. Got some guys passing some top step accounts, but I do really want to shout out Alex. So Alex actually passed an FTMO account after failing 25 previous ones. He passed a 200K account, FTMO account, trading the DAX in the London session. So for those that are interested in another index to trade and live in the countries that allow good times of trading in the mornings in the London session, have a look at the DAX and have a look at FTMO, Hydro Funding, MyFunded FX, E8, Funded Next. There's a couple that I do always say are good. That you will make sure to get your power. So let's go back. Let's have a look at the indexes. Look, no follow through on this. No follow through on these longs. It's literally just back and forth. For example, for me, 1 payout would cover 4 challenges. So you can be aggressive if you want. Yeah, exactly. So basically, if you get 1 payout, but you failed 3 previous ones and pass 1, you're going to make your money back. And then you just continue to get payouts from that 1 account. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. We got a comment here. Darren does trading. What's up, Darren? Good to have you on, bro. Do you watch Asia session initial liquidity too? I follow a market maker type model based on Asian session levels. I do have a look at Asian session levels. I don't really trade RCT concepts in that, but I am aware of, I have watched, and aware of a lot of, the stuff that he speaks about. I do have a look at, Asian, you can have a look at Asian high sweep. I know a lot of the guys look at that Asian low sweep, stuff like that. But I try to keep it as simple as possible, Darren. So I'll trade like very much based off my trend indicators, VWAP, previous days highs and lows, and I get my direction from there. So VWAP from today, which is the black VWAP from yesterday, and then I look for taking out previous days highs and lows to continue trading in that direction. I keep things as super simple as possible. That is where I trade best. It's just keeping it as simple as possible. I don't think you need to overcomplicate anything. Do you still use pivot points? Can you explain again what they are? Yeah, I still have my pivot points on. As you can see, we're trading mainly around the daily pivot here. Basically, I use pivot points for levels that price can respect, particularly daily pivot points. You want to be buying, you're kind of close to the daily pivot, but daily pivot above the daily pivot, looking for longs, maybe move into R1, R2, and they basically support and resistance levels. A lot of institutional, institutions do use them, particularly in their analysis as well. So yeah, pivot points are basically support and resistance levels. I do have a look at them from time to time. Yes, I do. Pivots are actually very, very nice. I'm actually going to get Tim on next week, and Tim on next week to actually speak about pivots. So for those that are watching now, let's just bring up the giveaway from next week, and I'm actually going to share this as well. Right, so let's just go over that giveaway again. So you guys make sure that you are on for that. Right, so giveaway next week, Wednesday on stream. You have to be on the stream on ASFX TV. The link is in my bio. You have to be on the stream. But yeah, one coaching call with me and then a monthly of ASFX TV to one trader that is going to be on stream. So if you're on stream, you have a chance to qualify. So on the ASFX TV stream, right? So you have to be here. So next week, Wednesday, make sure that you are on stream because always, if there's no trading, we always like to chat a bit of shit as well. Apple's one of the stocks that I'm long, long quite heavily on, as well as Tesla. Tesla's 50% off all-time highs. So I really, really do like Tesla for long-term bars. And so if you actually go here, I do like purchasing some individual stocks. I mainly invest into ETFs, so index funds, right? S&P, QQQ, stuff like that. What's up, Luke? Do you still, Luke, what's up, bro? Good to have you on. So let's go to the daily. So Tesla on the daily chart. Looks pretty neat. We are, I think 50% off all-time highs. 45% off all-time highs. So I definitely think that we can continue, moving quite nicely to the high side on Tesla, right? Obviously Elon Musk is South African, so you have to back him, right? Okay, cool, guys. So yeah, that's kind of all this morning. I'm going to be sitting on my hands today. It's not a day that I'm want to be too fussed about, to be playing with at the moment. I'm going to wait for the print and then we'll see what happens. Power hour. But yeah, that's kind of with regards to that. So yeah, don't know if you remember me. I'm John and Matt's bro from Sorbonne College. Yeah, what's up, Luke? Good to have you on, my bro. Good to have you on. Of course I remember you, dude. Of course I do. Good to have you on, Luke. What you up to these days, bro? It's good to have people from my hometown on, right? I was actually back in East London for a bit. Luke says, keen on entering trades with you today. What leverage do you use? Yeah, so again, Luke, I don't know how much experience you have in trading. It's great to have you on. Today's a big Fed day. So FOMC interest rates. So interest rates can affect prices, particularly in the stock market and currency markets. On price movement, stuff can be a little bit more choppier. So, on my personal trading account, I use 1-50 leverage. But I would be sitting on my hands. So if you go, this is where you can get your news from. If you come to Forex Factory and you come to the calendar, as you can see, we got federal rates, FOMC. It's probably the biggest one in the last 3 months. So take it easy. But there is where you can get your news from every single day. If you go here and you filter and you go red folder news, I would be careful of taking trades today, simply because prices, everything's consolidating before the news this evening. Why would you want to take trades when you can sit on your hands? And that's the thing. I'm glad. I wish Luke, you're matric this year, so grade 12. I wish I'd got into trading a lot earlier. I got into it when I was in second year out of school. So for the guys in America, that would be my sophomore year. When I got into trading. So I was 19 years old. So I've been doing this 6.5 years now. So 6 and a bit years. But I use 1-50 leverage on my personal trading account. Yeah, 100%, Darren. Yeah, thanks, bro. Must be South African. Okay, cool. So for those watching again, if you're on AceFix TV next week, right, you can win a call with me, and we'll take it. We'll take it from there. Today, guys, as mentioned, I'm not going to be too invested into it. So something that I want to speak about as well with hydro funding. We've got a podcast coming out. So go follow this YouTube channel as well. We've got a podcast coming that I'm going to be doing with DY. Some hydro funding. We're just going to be talking live trading. So go check it out. This is Hydro Funding's YouTube channel. We are going to be doing a podcast together, DY and myself, on that channel. So go make sure to go check it out as well. But you guys know where to find me every single Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So 4:30 South African time. You guys know where to find me. I'm going to be here. But if you just have a look over here, this is going to be the Hydro Funding podcast that we are starting, hosted by DY, featuring me, right? So we're going to be doing it together. And again, as I always say, Hydro Funding is one of the firms that I do back that, you'll get your payout no matter what. So just stay up to date with that, right? I'll always continue to promote good companies. That's always going to be something that I do, right? But yeah, again, today, no live trading. We'll close it up here, guys. I'm not going to continue to take up your time. Let's wait for the print this evening, and then we'll be back on for Power Hour on AceFix TV at 3 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. South African time. So we'll see you all there. Appreciate you guys being on stream today, and have a good one. Keep it tidy before FOMC. These big news days like this, you don't need to be throwing around. It's not a day to be throwing around risk. So we'll see you there, guys. Enjoy, and we'll see you for some fireworks later on this evening. Cheers, everyone.